What is a prep center? What are the benefits of having a prep center? When is it a good time to start outsourcing your prep to a prep center? And in the event you are looking for a prep center, how do you evaluate or interview all these various prep centers so you can be sure that you are getting a good prep center? All these questions and more we will dive into in this video on the Flips Nation channel. What is going on, Amazon sellers? Welcome to the Flips Nation channel. My name is Rob, and I do about $25K a month doing primarily online arbitrage. Now, I'll get right into the prep center video. Just drop me a like and subscribe to the channel if you do find this video helpful, and consider joining the free Flips Nation Amazon FBA Discord group. That link is in the description below. Free Amazon FBA online arbitrage course, free chat, free community, free information. Hope to see you there. Now let's get on with the video. All right, so first things first, what is a prep center? If you're new to the Amazon selling space, you might have seen this word get thrown around here and there, and you might be lost as to what exactly is a prep center. So let's get right into it. A prep center is a location or a warehouse that focuses on receiving packages, whether it's retail packages or LTL, and prepping them for a certain purpose. As it pertains to us, Amazon sellers, online arbitrage sellers, they are going to receive our packages, prep them in the adequate way that they know how, and send it off to Amazon FBA warehouses on your behalf. All right, so the best way to explain this is with an example. So let's say you are an online arbitrage seller using the Amazon platform, you're sourcing online, and you find some profitable socks, right? You find these socks, you ship it to the prep center location, wherever that may be. The prep center receives those socks that you ordered from whatever retail site you found it from. They prep it in the most adequate way that they know how. They get the shipping label from you. They slap that shipping label onto the box. UPS picks it up and delivers it ultimately to the Amazon FBA warehouse. Amazon FBA warehouse employees check your packages in, check your units in, and make it available for purchase from Amazon customers. So now this begs the question, what are the benefits of having a prep center? So let me just give you a quick list, a quick rundown of the benefits before I go in depth in those points. So the first key benefit is the time saved. The second is you're going to be improving profit in ways that I'll explain later. You're going to be outsourcing your labor and your prep. You're going to be reducing waste, something that people don't only talk about. You're going to be increasing your time in sourcing. And finally, you're going to have a lot of tax savings as far as sales tax, which would ultimately increase your profit by lowering your buy cost. So let's tackle the first point, time saved. Now, this is probably the most apparent benefit, right? All the time that you would have had spent prepping your products, you now can use that time to sourcing more products, delegating more work, checking your finances, making sure that's in check, managing inventory. Maybe you just want to have more time in your personal life. Either way, all this newfound time you can attribute to all these factors I've listed, which would ultimately catapult your growth. Okay, tackling the next point, improving your profits. Now, since you're saving time by outsourcing your prep to a prep center, you're going to be spending more time sourcing, finding profitable inventory to sell on Amazon. So what's going to happen? You're going to catapult your growth, scale your business because you're going to be finding more profitable products, which ultimately improves your profit. Okay, so the next point is outsourcing your labor, outsourcing your work, outsourcing your prep. This may not be a big deal when you just have maybe 5 to 10 products, but trust me, when you're getting way more products in, it's going to be much more work, much more labor. Some people do find this labor stressful. Now you can save that time and spend more time on your business, maybe spend more time on your personal life. Okay, moving on to the next point, which is increasing your time in sourcing. And I know this kind of echoes what I already said, but hear me out. You can use this newfound time to find a VA, a virtual assistant, that can be on your team that can help you with leads every single day. You can also use this newfound time to find new ways and new techniques to source, which would also ultimately help you find more new leads. And finally, you can also use this newfound time to help and perfect the sourcing techniques that you already know. Another point that doesn't really get mentioned a lot, I've noticed, is the reduced waste. What does that mean? You're going to be finding out that when you're starting to order all these products to ship to Amazon, you're going to have a lot of boxes. Maybe not now. Maybe, again, you're selling maybe 5 to 10 products. But when this adds up over time, you're going to have more and more boxes that are going to pile up. taking space in your house, your warehouse, your garage, wherever. And you really don't want this, right? You want to eliminate this. So outsourcing the prep means you're saving all the boxes that can get piled up in your house, and it can just be a headache and stressful. So outsourcing your prep also means less waste for you. Okay, moving on to the final point, which is saving tax, meaning sales tax. If you can find a prep center in a tax-free state, such as Montana, Delaware, Oregon, you'll have the luxury of not paying taxes on your purchases. So what does that mean for you? That means you have a competitive edge over other sellers who are having to pay tax. They're gonna have a smaller margin than you, so it might help you through buying decisions. You might be able to buy more inventory than someone else that has to pay taxes. So this begs the question, what do prep centers charge? Is it beneficial? Does it make sense? For me, it does, right? So on items that are heavier, for me, I pay $3.50 to my prep center. Smaller items, I pay $1.75 to them. So let's take, for example, a $100 product. I live in Texas where there's an 8.25% sales tax. So on a $100 product, I'm spending a total of $108.25. Had I sent that item over to my prep center in a tax-free state, they charge me $3.50. So I now spend $103.50. So how much did I save? About $5. Also the intangibles of saving that time of prepping. And on top of that, I can spend that time to source more profit. And I can spend that time to source more profitable products so that my money compounds, my time compounds. It may not sound like a lot, $5 for every $100 spent, but this does add up over time. In fact, it saves me a lot of money over time. What does that mean for you? That means when you're looking for a prep center, it is imperative to find a prep center in a tax-free state because you're going to be saving money, saving time. It's a no-brainer. So now that the points are out of the way, and hopefully I've articulated well to where you get a good understanding of why a prep center is so beneficial, now the question is, do prep centers need a minimum? Can I get a prep center right out the gate? Probably not, right? Most prep centers, they require a minimum. For me personally, they require a minimum of 300 units a month. Some require a little bit less. So you really just have to go out and talk to them, email them, even if they have a minimum, just see what you can work with, see if they can still approve you. You won't really get a no until you ask, right? I'll also add that a lot of them only work with sellers that use Inventory Lab. It's a really good way to communicate. It's how me and my prep center communicate. I put all the units that I buy onto the unlisted inventory on Inventory Labs. They have permissions on my account to view those listings, and then we communicate that way. And whenever they're ready to send out a shipment, I send the shipment label over to them, and so on and so forth. And just like benefits, there's also negatives, there are also disadvantages of having a prep center. So let me just list them out real quick. What are the disadvantages? Well, the first and most significant drawback of having a prep center is speed, shipping speed. You, by yourself, you can get that inventory in your house, in your warehouse, in your residential, and ship it out to FBA warehouse that day, no matter how much units it is. If you want to get it out, you are in control, you can do it. However, you are not in control anymore with the prep center, right? They have other clients that they're also fulfilling. They might have things backed up. They might have their own issues internally. So although they do value your business, some might not even ship out until they get an X amount of units from you to send out to make their time worthwhile. So as a result, this increase in lead time is why it's really important to make sure asking around other Amazon sellers if they've heard of a certain prep center, get their reviews on them. Because if they're really bad, if they're just, incompetent, it could really hurt your business because you're not getting that cash flow that you're used to when you're shipping out yourself. So if you are someone who enjoys managing your own time, managing and being in control, having a prep center could test your patience. However, delegating tasks ultimately is the best way to scale your business. So really it's just the task of finding a good prep center, because there are good prep centers out there. My prep center, other Amazon sellers that I know have fantastic prep centers. Now, moving on, another disadvantage is it could be a headache when it comes to returns. Maybe you get a bad shipment that got sent over the prep center from the retail store. There could be just various shipping discrepancies. Maybe you ordered 10, but the retail store sent you 8 and your prep center let you know about that issue. So these situations can cause headaches. However, business has inconveniences, and you need to just persevere and overcome those inconveniences. Talk with your prep center, always be in communications with them. Me personally, I'm literally texting them, messaging them every day. So all these headaches can be resolved, but that is a big warning. You will have to face these kind of inconveniences. So be aware of that. So let's say you found a few prep centers. Well, now it's time to evaluate or interview them, right? Now, the first thing you want to do is by now you should have had made an Amazon FBA business account as far as social media. This could be Twitter, Instagram, for the sole purpose of networking with other sellers. So what can you do? You can ask these other sellers if they've heard of such prep centers. Get the review on them. Maybe they know something you don't. Another thing you need to do is contact them. Contact these prep centers, see how their communication is, and see if they're active to get a real feel for how it's going to be when you're actually in business with them. If they're taking a really long time to reply, days, a week, that could be a red flag. When also asking them about how their systems are internally as far as managing inventory, how fast they can get your inventory out the door. If they're able to give you a clear-cut and effective system that they operate on, that's a good sign. However, if everything's kind of ambiguous, they don't really explain to you clearly how they operate, that could also be a red flag. Many use inventory labs, so that could be some sort of prerequisite that you need to have to work with them. Some also use spreadsheets. Me personally, I use inventory labs to communicate with my prep center. Now, there have been horror stories with the prep center, people sending their products and it never going out. However, this hardly occurs. 99% of prep centers want your business, they want to earn your business, and they want to do good work for you to have a long-lasting business and relationship with you and other sellers to come. All right, guys, thanks for watching that video. Hope you're just more in tune of how to operate with a prep center, what to look for in a prep center, and what is a prep center. Just a quick reminder, the free Amazon FBA Flips Nation Discord group is in the link below. There's a free Amazon FBA online arbitrage course there. There's a free chat, free community. So if you don't have a social media account yet, you can start right here in the description below. Again, drop a like and sub. This was helpful for you. I will see you on the next video.